You're watching RTV News with me, Jane Mutoni. Residents in Ruhango district express satisfaction with the results of the country's governance system. Decision makers and experts in the technology sector are closely evaluating what can be done to make the internet more accessible and affordable in Africa. A very warm welcome to the news. In details now, residents in Ruhango district expressed satisfaction with the results of the country's governance system, which they credit for their security and some of the basic infrastructure, which gives them hope that more will be achieved. Innocent Mugabo has this report.
Ruhango is a district located in the center of Rwanda. It is one of the 8 districts that make up the southern province and also among the 30 districts that make up Rwanda. The name Ruhango has a strong history in trade, as stated by Rwanda Kalfan, the head of the private sector federation in the district, who also believes that Ruhango used to be an international market. This Ruhango you see used to be an international market in the country. Ruhango has a lot of history related to trade and agriculture. It used to be a great city. Currently, the economy of Ruhango district is based on agriculture, mining and trade. Ruhango district mayor Habarurema Valens notes that there has been significant progress in these areas and that planned projects are also in that direction. Ruhango district is a very productive area in agriculture. For example, we are known for growing cassava, beans, cowpeas, groundnuts, coffee, of which has led to the establishment of about 10 factories that process it. Currently, we need agricultural industries. At the Chibingo football pitch is where President Paul Kagame kicked off his election campaign in 2017. It is expected that this is where the head of state will begin his citizen outreach program after about 3 years of the COVID-19 pandemic threatening the world and Rwanda in particular. Residents of Ruhango district say that they have a strong bond with the Rwandan administration and promise to preserve what has been achieved.
I grew up finding Ruhango not good. But now I have managed to achieve a lot thanks to His Excellency Paul Kagame. We used to light candles, but now we have access to both electricity and water.
His Excellency Paul Kagame delivers what he promises. Our well-being is fine, all due to the good governance of our country. Life is progressing.
He last came to Ruhango when our road was really in bad shape, but now we have a tarmacked road.
Ruhango is a home district for many influential people, for those in the government, private sector and non-government organizations. This is something of great meaning, as explained by Rwanda Kalfan, the head of the Private Sector Federation, and Ruhango District Mayor Habarurema Valens. We are now going to construct a taxi park worth 2 billion Rwanda francs. The first thing is that this motivates us to work hard, since we have an exemplary administration that provides us with plenty of ideas. And this shows us that the people of Ruhango are capable. Residents of Ruhango district point out a continued increase in infrastructure and means for people to get more money as a strengthening factor of development, as reiterated by Niomugabo Jean-Baptiste and Gremaire, who are all residents of the district and have played a tremendous role in constructing schools that contribute to building community capacity. We ask that they tarmac Ruhango Jitwe Kaduha Road to ease business for us, not forgetting Ruhango Chinazi Rugobagoba Road to connect us with Kigali. It would ease trade and reaching our produce to the market. For the city to be vibrant again, we need a university, since the one that used to be here closed. If nothing changes, there are plans to bring Chibogora Polytechnic and UTB branch, of which I believe will boost the city's vibrancy. Ruhango district is inhabited by about 370,000 people in 9 sectors. The district administration says that about 78% of them have access to electricity, while 68% have access to clean water. Innocent Mugawo, RTV News.
Decision makers and experts in the technology sector are closely evaluating what can be done to make the internet more accessible and affordable in Africa. Well, currently, people who have access to the internet in Africa are at just 43%. Olive Nete has this report.
We're seeing a lot of activity and things are great.
A big number of people from various parts of the world, especially in Africa, are in Kigali in a conference that aims at finding solutions to some challenges that still hinder the technology sector in Africa, including internet-related issues, which is still not accessed by everyone, expensive, and that many of the information about Africa are still stocked out of the continent. The following are some of the proposed solutions to address those challenges.
I do believe in collaborative efforts, that we all have a role to play in the fulfillment of the internet in Africa as a whole. And I guess that's why we have events like this, which is the African Peering Forum. It allows the ISPs, the operators, the exchange point, and everybody come together, and then we discuss within ourselves, see what everyone is doing, and try to put our collective effort to see how we can make Africa better. I feel community is good, community is key, and we can all work together, share resources, share information, and that will help the progress we're making. One of the key points that was done in today's section was speaking about what are those progresses that we have done in Africa, what are those costs, the finance costs and other stuff. I believe when we all know this, when we all work together, it's going to reduce the price of internet, which is very key. It's also going to reduce the price of the broadband itself, and also increase the penetration of internet.
As long as the capacity is not going to Europe and other international markets, that means the cost will remain within our boundaries and it will remain lower. It is more like if you are within a certain village and you are sharing information within that village, you'll find that it will be much more cheaper because you are not using transport costs to go to the neighboring village. You are still within there. So if it is a radio station that is within the village, they enjoy the benefits because they are within there. So if you think about maybe Rwanda and Kenya as a village, if you maintain the content within your boundaries, it means you can be able to enjoy the benefits without having to go outside boundaries. That will make you maybe get more cost or incur more costs of that. So the more we get data centers, the more we get people hosting locally within our boundaries, that is going to continue reducing that cost of connectivity.
We learned a lot from this conference as Rwanda, considering that among the people who came here are big companies like Facebook, Google. There are investment opportunities in the technology sector. Google may come and open an office in Rwanda, and Meta can also do the same.
Your former Facebook, this is an opportunity for them kuza mu Rwanda bagafungura office.
The government of Rwanda points out that what has been done so far in technology serves as a foundation, even though a lot is still being done, so that every citizen can get access to the internet and at an affordable price.
The price of internet has been decreasing, and the emerging new companies that are investing in this infrastructure make the internet more affordable to the citizens. So this is why it is an opportunity for Rwanda that many different companies are here to discuss possible investments to make the price more affordable. We currently hold a good position as Rwanda compared to other countries. However, there is still a lot of work to do.
In the census that was conducted in November 2021, it was revealed that people who access internet in Africa are at 43%. In 2000, internet users in sub-Saharan Africa were at 1%, and now it has increased to 30%. Despite the progress, there is still a gap of 840 million people who are unable to access it. Particularly in Rwanda, the statistics of the Rwanda Utilities Regulatory Authority shows that currently more than 60% Rwandans have access to the internet, from 7.9% in 2010. Olive Nete, RTV News.
The residents residing near Volcanoes National Park say that they are happy with the jobs that they have been given in the preparation of the site for the baby gorilla naming ceremony, Kwita Izina. It will be the first physical event in more than 2 years. In the recent past, the ceremony was held virtually due to the COVID-19. Isabel Masozera has this report.
On the site of the baby gorilla naming ceremony, decoration is underway. Some of the residents are preparing bamboo to be used in the construction, while others build bamboo sculptures, and the rest pass on the materials needed. More than 100 people from Musanze district were given different jobs at the site.
We are pleased, and even fellow workers are pleased that they got work. We thank God for this.
We are very happy because the money we make here helps us at our homes to improve our livelihoods. The private sector in Musanze says it is very happy about the visitors that will be coming.
We
are very happy and are preparing. It is a blessing for us as residents of Kinigi. We should keep naming the baby gorillas. It impacts us well. We are organizing so that participants and Kinigi is in good condition.
We are happy because we are going to name the baby gorillas well. More dollars are going to come to Rwanda. We are ready to sell our products which were in our houses, and now we have a platform to sell them. The person in charge of maintenance work on the site is confident that the event will be special.
Concerning the site preparations, the site is very well set up, as different from before. As you can see behind me, a gorilla. We used to have one male, female, and a baby gorilla. But this time we put a silverback behind. Everything is well prepared. The way guests will be received, plus leaders and VIP guests. Everything is set. It is hard to describe, but we are ready.
According to the leadership of the Northern Province, the event presents a good opportunity to highlight what they are doing as confirmed by the governor of the province. There are things locals are required to do in preparation. There are also things those who reside near the park are required to do because they have the bigger task of receiving visitors. There are also things that they've been doing in order to help showcase the place and the areas around the Virunga. The leadership of the Northern Province says since 2005, based on the activities of the Virunga Park, 3 billion Rwanda francs has been given to the people living around the park who depend on agriculture and animal husbandry. So far, 354 baby gorillas have been named. Isabel Masozera, RTV News.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources states that it will continue to provide 80% subsidies to maize farmers and urges the farmers to preserve the soy and wheat seeds as their costs are still high. Meanwhile, farmers say that they are ready and waiting for the rainy season for them to start sowing. Prince Manzi has this report.
Farmers across the country said that thanks to a recent short rainy period, they prepared their farms even though it was not enough for them to start sowing. When the rain falls, it's like a sign for us to prepare our farms, for us to sow in September, but now is not the right time for sowing. We are waiting for dates that will be proposed by meteo experts.
No, it is not the time for sowing, it is the time for preparing our farms.
Across the country, the preparation activities of the cultivation semester A 2023 are being finalized. Farmers say that the industrial fertilizers as well as seeds no longer take long to reach them as it was before, wherefore now they are available to some.
Buto y'ibigori ubu bavuga ngo yaraje bamwe bafite amafaranga baturi kujya kugura.
We heard the maize seeds are available. I am waiting to receive money from potato cultivation to get the maize seeds. Buying it earlier and keeping it is what's best.
Ariko ije imbere ukagura ukayibikira nibyo byiza.
Byarahageze. Ubu turi gukusanya amafaranga mu
Seeds are available. We are now collecting money in our respective cooperatives so that we can get both seeds and fertilizers. Because the government provides aid, we receive them earlier. It's been a while since the government gave the private sector the market of distributing seeds and industrial fertilizers to farmers, and at the same time the government provides aid for the price to be affordable by the farmers. Some of these private entities say that they are doing their best so that the seeds and fertilizers reach farmers as early as possible. In all 27 districts we operate in, all cells have a small shop that provide to farmers the seeds and fertilizers. We are expecting that 800,000 farmers will get the seeds and fertilizers, and we pay slow by slow. The Minister of Agriculture and Animal Resources, Dr. Gerardine Mukeshimana, states that as the cost of seeds and fertilizers increased, the government also raised the aid amount to facilitate the farmer, where like for fertilizers, there are some prices that remained constant for the past cultivation semester. For seeds replicated in Rwanda, the minister says that aid will stay, but for soy and wheat seeds, farmers are advised to preserve them because their replication is expensive.
For quality maize seeds multiplied in Rwanda, the cost of a kilogram of seeds remains on 453 francs, and the government aid is approximately 80%. Where prices increased is on soy and wheat, and the reason is because when you go to the market, the cost is very high, and this makes their price not the same as normal maize. The price of soy increased from 550 francs to 700 francs for farmers because on the market the cost is 1,000 francs. We request farmers to sow the soy and wheat seeds and not eat them. To replicate a soy seed takes 1,620 francs, and the government aid stands for almost 1,000 francs. So when a farmer doesn't sow the seed, he brings loss to the government.
For the prices of seeds and fertilizers to be affordable by the farmers and not to raise drastically for the year 2022-2023, the government planned the usage of 84.3 million tons of fertilizers worth 25.8 thousand million and 8 million tons of seeds worth 5.1 thousand million. This means the worth of seeds and fertilizers is 31,000 million Rwandan francs. Prince Manzi, RwandaTV News.
At the beginning of the 2022-2023 academic year, the Kiyumba Vocational School starts with a coding department that teaches computer programming. Those who used to study at this school say that this institution made significant changes in this department. Take a look. It's been a year since the first group of students graduated from different professions in TVET Kiyumba. Some say that this new branch is a game changer in terms of providing the youth with basic knowledge. Hajenimana Baptiste, who just completed a year in the Faculty of Architecture, and his colleagues believe that technology is one of the things that will help them in their construction profession, since it helps them to study this faculty in a modern way.
We use technology while studying. The former vocational school offered carpentry and tailoring and other courses which were on level 1, but now they brought level 3 and 5. I look forward to finishing all the levels and go to college so that I can become a certified engineer.
The youth of this area say the issue of unemployment is off the table due to this school, which was established by the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame. They are also pleased with the fact that they get to study in a modernly constructed school compared to other schools in the area or other parts of the village.
You can tell by the interior of the building that it's modern, so studying there gives me hope for a brighter future.
Currently, the number of students in the school is more than its capacity. The administration says that in collaboration with the higher authorities, this year it will start a department that teaches computer programming. Madame Ingabire Domitila, in charge of this department, says that this department itself will strengthen the reputation and add value to the infrastructure. It is of great benefit to the school for the first fact that it was established by the president. We started using it in 2021, so it's high time it gets recognized nationally and internationally. The fact that the Rwanda Coding Academy will be joining us means that it's going to attract a lot of attention. It is a blessing that we will be receiving brilliant minds from across the country, hence all eyes will be on us.
Kiyumba
TVET School has the capacity to accommodate 700 children, but last year it had 140 students. Of the 20 classrooms designed for teaching, only 8 were being used. Only 70 students live there, yet the school has the capacity to accommodate 400. There are currently 23 teachers, and 6 more will be added next year, since there will be new classrooms. The problem of child stunting has been on the rise in Gicumbi district, and close to a half of the residents there have been found not to wash their hands after using the toilet. Precious Chirezi has this report.
Child stunting in Gicumbi district has been at a 6% increase from 36% in 2015 to 42.2% in 2020. The district has sustainable dairy and agricultural production, which makes the residents having stunted children very questionable.
Most residents have backward mindsets and they need to be sensitized. The numbers don't bring us pride, and we plan to do whatever is necessary to bring them down.
In addition to the stunting situation, most households in the area aren't sanitary, and surveys have shown that 40% of the residents don't wash their hands after they use the washroom, which is something they're also adamant to change.
In regards to sanitation, we plan to visit the residents and sensitize them on the importance of hygiene.
In an effort to resolve these issues, the National Child Development Agency, in collaboration with UNICEF, have distributed hygiene kits to early childhood development centers, and campaigns against stunting were made. NCD's Director General Nadine Gatsinzi urged district residents to address and put an end to the issue of stunting as well as that of minimal sanitation.
Yeah, we choose Gicumbi, as I said, because first of all, Gicumbi, instead of decreasing rate of stunting, it has increased by 6% from 2015 to 2020. That's the first reason we are here. Secondly, Gicumbi is again seen as one of the districts where the hand washing practice after using the toilet is still low, especially in the communities, in the households. And thirdly, Gicumbi have seen as one of the districts that have at least 37% of their population, the young population from 1 year to above 16 years. 37% of them have intestinal worms that causes diarrhea in 2 children and grown-up people. So all caused by lack of hygiene. So this is one of the reasons we came here to launch the program here, to discuss with the district on the strategies to be taken to increase hygiene and sanitation in the community.
District officials have promised to cooperate with the relevant authorities to resolve the issues being faced by Gicumbi's residents.
twabonye ko nubwo tuvuga ngo dufite amata menshi nubwo tuvuga ngo tureza usanga abantu benshi bishimira kubijyana ku isoko.
Most residents prefer to take their dairy/agricultural produce to the market rather than reserve them exclusively for home usage. We have also observed that the money reaped from those sales has been known to be problematic, and we intend to put sanctions in place for those who use proceeds that should go to the needy irresponsibly.
Abantu bagurisha cyangwa se bagura ibi byagenewe abantu batishoboye.
In order to promote cleanliness and prevent diseases caused by pollution, 17 districts across the country, including Gicumbi, were provided equipment worth 150 million Rwandan francs for the facilitation of 10,000 early childhood development centers. Precious Chirezi, RTV News.
And there you have it. On behalf of the entire news production team, thank you so much for your company. I'm Jane Mutoni. Bye for now.